So today Treyarch revealed exactly how the contract system is going to be working inside Black Ops 4, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about here, and I'm just going to be explaining for you guys as quickly as possible exactly how the contract system is going to work. And three quick things I want to mention before we get into the explanation for how these contracts work, because these are kind of important. But the first thing is, when exactly are these contracts even arriving in Black Ops 4? Well, they actually gave us a release date of June 25th, so that's 5 days from when I'm recording this video. Another thing is that this contract system isn't really going to be changing anything that is already in the game, so it's not going to change the contraband system or the reserve system. All of that's going to be the same. You're still going to go up your 50 tiers, and then after tier 50 you're going to do the reserve tiers after that. All of that's going to be staying the same. There's still going to be a daily tier skip. All of that's going to be the same, except for one thing. The only thing that's going to be different is the daily calling inside zombies, which I'll be getting into later because it's changing but not really, and you guys will get it when we actually talk about it. But those are the three things I just wanted to make sure everybody knew before we get into this. But with all that said, let's actually explain exactly how these contracts are going to work. And how they're going to work is actually kind of interesting, at least this first piece, because we are going to be able to earn contracts and complete them inside multiplayer, Blackout, Zombies, and World League. I wasn't expecting World League because I didn't think it'd be a good idea to do this in World League, because I mean that's supposed to be a competitive mode, but you know, we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. I mean, I don't even play World League, so what do I care? But anyways, with that said, let's actually get into the actual contracts themselves. So there's actually two different types of contracts, and we're going to first start off with the simpler one, and these are the daily contracts. And these ones are pretty much face value, as you could imagine. I mean, you get a daily contract that you have to do inside each of the 4 modes. And this is something we need to make clear, because you're going to be able to do a daily contract in multiplayer, Blackout, Zombies, and World League. So that means 4 daily contracts per day. That's 4 different ones. It's not one daily contract and that's the only one you could do across all 4 modes. Nope. You could do a daily contract in Zombies, multiplayer, Blackout, and World League. And it's not like the daily tier skip is what I'm trying to say, because of course, as the daily contracts are going to be, they're not going to really be that crazy. I mean, the example they gave here for multiplayer is play and complete 5 games of Heist. I mean, I don't really want to play Heist, but you know, maybe I'll do it for this daily contract. Then of course, the Zombies one they gave is the only other daily contract is going to be play 20 total rounds of Classic, and of course, that's stuff we've already seen before. And this is exactly what I want to talk about, because the daily contract for Zombies is pretty much taking the place of the daily calling. It's pretty much the same thing, guys. You're still going to get your second daily tier skip by doing the Zombies daily contract, so it's pretty much the exact same thing as daily calling, except with XP and reserve case added on. So that's pretty much how the daily contracts are going to work, and this actually leads us into the normal contracts. These ones are kind of interesting because it really lets you do a lot of different contracts in a single day, and I want to explain why. So the example they gave here inside multiplayer, you could of course on the left see the daily contract. We already talked about that, but for the normal contract, it looks like you could choose 2 different contracts to do at the exact same time, as you guys can see in this other image showing of course the Blackout ones. But you could see here that you're going to be able to choose between 6 different contracts every single day, and these are going to refresh every single day. So for example, as you guys can see here at the top, you can see the one with the skull and then the tactical mask. You're going to be able to choose both of those, complete those 2, then you can move on to the other 2, the one with the compass and the 2 fists. You could complete those and then do the final 2 at the bottom with the 2 trophies, meaning you could do 6 contracts inside a single mode, because this is only Blackout. So that means you could do these 6 contracts in a single day, then move on to multiplayer, do the 6 contracts inside multiplayer, then move on to Zombies, do the 6 contracts in Zombies, then move on to World League and do the 6 contracts inside World League. So you really can do a lot of challenges in a day, because these are going to refresh every single day. And if you actually add them up, which they already did for us, including daily contracts, it means you could actually do 28 contracts a day if you really wanted to go between all 4 of the modes and do all 7 of the contracts from every single mode. So it's really kind of crazy. But regardless, one thing I do want to mention before we're done talking about these contracts, I do want to mention there is something special about 2 of the contracts, because like I said, for each mode you're going to have 6 normal contracts and a daily contract, but out of the 6 normal contracts, it looks like 4 are going to be just normal level of difficulty for contracts, but the other 2 are going to be hard contracts. These ones are going to be more difficult to do, and they gave us an example for every single mode. And as you guys can see here, one of the 2 hard contracts is, for at least Blackout, is placed in the top 10 in a solo game 2 times. So, you know, a little bit more difficult, but also the rewards are a little bit better. But of course, you could actually see the zombies one, and the hard challenge for zombies is get 20 heavy enemy kills. That's going to take forever, but as you guys see, a little bit more difficult, but the better reward. And then of course for multiplayer, it's get 5 multi kills as a result of using a specialist weapon. So again, they're a little bit more difficult, but they're going to give you more of a reward. So that's pretty much how all of the contracts are going to work. So quick summary, you're going to have 4 different daily contracts for the 4 different modes, and for each mode you're going to have 6 different contracts for each of the modes. So again, they'll add up to 28 contracts you could do in a single day, every single day, because the daily contract refreshes every day and the normal contracts refresh every single day. It'll refresh you 6 contracts every day over there too. So there's a lot of contracts to do. But of course, with that said and the explanation done, I quickly want to touch on a couple things. Now, the rewards. I'm a little bit annoyed that all of them are XP, because I don't really think many people care about XP at this point in time. I mean, the game's been out for 8 months. If anybody's really playing for XP anymore, it's only to get to level 1000, and yeah, they'll be fine for them. But for most people playing right now, they're really just playing to have fun and to unlock, you know, new things, and XP really isn't going to do that. So, you know, I just don't really like it. Honestly, I would prefer, instead of XP, that they did something more like Advanced Warfare, where they would give you double XP for a couple hours, double weapon XP for a couple of hours, maybe even double tier earn rate for a couple hours, or maybe double Napoleon Plasma for a couple hours. I would really like that a lot more than this, but you know, it's fine. I mean, I'm not complaining that we're getting XP with these, but you know, they could be better, is what I'm trying to say. But as for the rewards, it looks for a daily contract, you're going to get 1 reserve case also with that XP, so you know, that's nice, I guess. And then it looks like for the normal contracts, you're going to get 1 reserve case, but for the hard contracts, which you're going to get 2 of a day, for each of the modes, you're going to get 2 reserve case. So, you know, the rewards I don't really have a problem with. Again, just feel like they could have been a little better, but you know, they're fine. I don't really have something too much to complain about. But honestly, I just realized you could actually get a lot of reserve cases if you do every single challenge every single day. And if you actually did all 28 of the challenges, including the hard ones, you could actually end up getting 36 reserve cases every single day, which is just crazy, I just realized. But you know, these still are just 1 drop reserve cases, so I don't know if they're worth them or not. Honestly, I'm not really big on going through the reserve cases myself, and I don't think many people are, but you know, if you are, then you could really get yourself a lot of reserve cases. So, you know, if you're interested in that, then this is pretty much great for you. But really, I think the rewards are fine. But of course, the challenges are fine. I mean, this is just all fine. That's what I'm trying to say. My opinion of this is that it's just fine. I mean, I don't really think it's great. I just think it's fine. Nothing too spectacular. It's just a big ball of fine, if you ask me. But anyways, that's really about it for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, and if you do want to see content maybe similar to this, I don't know, but regardless, go ahead and like, subscribe, bell, share, and especially bell. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, or whatever it may be. But laters, guys.